Hello everyone, my name is Arohi and welcome to my channel. So guys, in my today's video I'll show you how to use YOLOv9 on Jetson Nano. Before moving to the implementation part, let's see what all modules are required, and we need the specific versions of this torch and torch vision, OpenCV. I'll show you all those requirements, and I will also show you how to install those particular requirements to run this YOLOv9. So first we are running this jtop. When you run this jtop command, over here on info, click on this info, and the first thing is the jetpack version we have is 4.6. okay, so after this jetpack version, just see the Python version is 3.6.9. so when you install this jetpack SDK 4.6, so with this you get this Python version by default, Python 3.6.9. but guys, here see this OpenCV. When you install this jetpack SDK in your Jetson Nano, at that time the OpenCV version which you get by the default one, okay, that OpenCV version was not compiled with CUDA. But for running this YOLOv9 on Jetson Nano, we need OpenCV version which is compiled with CUDA. So here you can see this I have done the steps manually, so I'll show you how to do that. But right now just see that my OpenCV version is 4.5.1 and it is compiled with CUDA. Yes means it is compiled with CUDA. So when you run this jtop command, and if your OpenCV is not compiled with CUDA, that means you will face problem while running YOLOv9 on videos or on for images it will work fine, but when you'll test YOLOv9 on videos or on webcam, at that time you will face problems. So it is mandatory to compile the OpenCV with CUDA. Now let me show you, there is a video on my channel which shows how to install this successfully step by step. Let me show you that video. So here, just on YouTube, just search Jetson Nano tutorial, and this is my playlist, Learn AI on Jetson Nano. Open this playlist, and on this side you can see the third video, lecture 3, install OpenCV on NVIDIA Jetson Nano. Just click on this video. This video will show you the step-by-step way. It will show you all the steps how to install OpenCV on Jetson Nano which is compiled with CUDA. Alright, so after you successfully done this, just let's quit. Now we have to check the torch version and torch vision version. So guys, when we there is a YOLOv9 GitHub repo, official GitHub repo. Let's open that repo so that I can explain you better. Let's write YOLOv9. So this one is the official YOLOv9 repo. So here, so guys, when we try to run this YOLOv9 on our Windows machine or on our Linux machine, at that time what we do, we simply clone this GitHub repo, and then we just install all the requirements using this requirements.txt file. Okay, so guys, when we want to install this torch and torch vision on our Jetson Nano, at that time we follow a different way to install this torch and torch vision. Now let me show you the versions first which I'm using of torch and torch vision, then I'll show you how you can get those particular versions. Okay, so so this is Python 2.7. we don't want to work on this, so let's Python 3 version. So this is a Python 3 version. So but guys, as I've told you earlier also, that I always prefer to work in a separate environment. So I have created a separate environment. The environment which I am using, you can follow these steps and you can have the same environment, and after that you just need to activate the environment like I am going to activate now. Source, and then write the environment name, after that bin, and then activate. Now our environment is activated. Here you can see. Now let's open a Python shell. Here you can see we have Python 3.6.9. Here we will check the torch version. So this is my torch version and it is compiled with CUDA. Okay, now I'll show you the torch vision version. So this is my torch vision version. Guys, you need this torch version and this torch vision version. Now, how you can get these versions? For that, I have another video in my tutorial list. Here, this fifth one, YOLOv9 on Jetson Nano, PyTorch and Torch Vision. This one. This lecture 5, this lecture will show you step by step how to install Torch and Torch Vision, which is compiled with CUDA and which will work perfectly with your YOLOv9. Alright. Now we know the Torch version, Torch Vision version and the OpenCV version. Now we are ready to run this YOLOv9. How to run this YOLOv9 now? First, let me show you these are the different folders, and I have created one folder with this name. You can also create any folder. So in this folder, basically I'm running all the YOLOv9 code in this. So let's enter in this folder and let's see what we have in this. So when you open this folder here, this is the official YOLOv9 GitHub repo. This is my Jupyter notebook where I've just written the commands which I'm running. And this is the image on which I want to perform test, and this is the video on which I want to perform the testing. So how these are the steps. So this is how you'll clone the GitHub repo, and then you'll enter into the YOLOv9 folder, this YOLOv9 folder. Let's enter in this YOLOv9 folder. Alright, now we will run a command to test the image first. So the command will be python detect.py, then you will provide the weights, then we will provide the weights. This weight is a pre-trained weight of YOLOv9 and this pre-trained weight is trained on Coco dataset. So I'm just using this weight file, and guys, you have to download this weight file, and you can download it like this, or you can simply go to the repo, YOLOv9 repo, scroll down, and here this is the weight file. Just click on it and you will get this file in your downloads folder. Then from your downloads folder, put it in your YOLOv9 folder. Alright, so let's go back to the code. Weight file given. Now let's give the source on which we want to perform the testing. So my source is test.png. Now let's run it. So here you can see Torch version is this, and it is compiled with CUDA, and this is the GPU it is using, right? In the Python version is this. Here you can see the speed. It took this much of time to process this image, and the results are stored in exp4. Now let's open this exp4 folder and see the output. So here it is, just scroll down. This is my folder, YOLOv9 implementation, and inside that we have YOLOv9 folder, and then you will have a runs folder here, detect exp4, and let's see the output. So this is the output, right? So guys, this is how you can test YOLOv9 on this Jetson Nano. Now let's suppose if you want to try it on a video. Now let's do that. So instead of this image, now I will write test.mp4. As this is taking time, so I have already executed this command once before this tutorial, so I'm showing you the output on the video from that. Okay, let's close this. So here I have that video. So test.mp4, let's run this. So this is the output of that video. Alright, so guys, this is how you can use YOLOv9 on your Jetson Nano, and I hope this video is helpful. So guys, if you like my content, please like, share and subscribe my channel. Thank you for watching.